within the dictionary data structure in C#, you cannot have duplicates. So here, what we're doing is we've got a variable called student courses, and the dictionary itself will take the key as string and the value as string as well. And what we're doing is we are adding a few students. So here, Alice is the key, and this Matt is the subject, and that's the value. And then Bob here is added on, and he does history, and James is added on, and he does art. But what if Alice wanted to do another subject other than math? So she currently only does math, but what if she also wanted to do science? Is that possible? That's not possible without first removing the previous entry, which is math. So you can use the remove method here to remove the previous item in the dictionary and then add in the new one over here. But that is not what we want. So if I run this program, you can see that my code does work and there are no issues, but you cannot do this. So if I comment this line out and enable this line over here, you can see now we are going to add in, without removing anything, we are going to add in science and math at the same time. And what will happen is we'll get an error after the code tries to run. So here, this is a runtime exception. And what you're getting the error for is that the key Alice has already been added. So it has already been added, so you cannot do this. So how would you get around this problem? So instead of declaring two strings like this, that's the key and that's the value, what we can do is the value actually can be a list. So here you can see I've left the key to be string, but the values of the courses that the student does is actually a list. So here what we're going to do is you can see we're creating Alice, and notice that we are able to pass in math and science. And then later on, when Alice also wants to do history, we can add that over here. So notice that the difference between add here, the add is related to this particular key, whereas previously we have used student course here and the add is here. Notice that there's no key specified, but the difference here is we are using the add method of the list because this is a list type and we're using the add method there rather than the add method here. The add method for the actual dictionary is directly after the variable name is mentioned. So that's an important difference to be aware of. So then you can again add Bob as well, and he can do English. And then when you want to loop through the items and work out which courses each student is doing, notice that we're using the variable here, student courses, which is also over here, and we're getting key value pairs. We're getting the key, which will be the student name, and then using the string join method, we are passing it our list here, and what this will do, doing that together. So if I run this code over here, so you can see Alice is doing math, science, history, and Bob is doing English. So you are able to have multiple items in a dictionary, but you just need to use the list data type, which can hold strings, and then use the add method here to the actual key, because that is the add method for the list.